What is up, guys? Ian here from Co-Create Today, taking that mindset of lack to a place of abundance. Today I just want to talk about a concept from Eastern philosophy. It's called Shin, and it's translated to no mind in English, I guess. So let's dive into it. So the concept of no mind is actually a concept that's been used all around the world, and a very popular one is the samurais. The samurais lived this lifestyle where they were completely present. They trained themselves to literally learn to die at any moment. And the concept of Mushin is to be completely absorbed in the now, ready to strike. An idea that has been brought up is, imagine if you were like a sack or potentially a barrel, and if punctured, you're ready to pour out, whether that's water or sand or physical actions or emotions. Now, the whole process to having Mushin in your life is a process of kind of forgetting, of kind of getting less and less distracted by things and more in tune with yourself and your surroundings. The idea of Mushin, no mind, correlates to that deep meditative state you get after meditating for a while, where you're almost past thoughts. You know, thoughts become kind of a not as efficient way to speak to yourself. And I read in a book that if you go out in the wilderness and not say any words for roughly like a week or so, or maybe less than time than that, and just kind of meditate and become one with yourself, you actually begin to think less of thoughts and more through like pictures. Instead of thinking through words, you think through images. And that idea of thinking through pictures and visuals is very correlated through Mushin. Mushin isn't necessarily like thinking thoughts prior to, it's thinking thoughts as you're doing things, if not any thoughts. And you're ready to perform at any time. I want to bring Mushin into my life because I want to be that confident individual who is ready to take tasks at any times. Yes, I might be scared and might be a little frightful at times, but I know that if I can gain this level of awareness of myself and this level of no mind in my life, I can achieve the things that I'd like to achieve. And being ready for challenges and obstacles like are something that are not judged. They aren't good, they aren't bad, they're just ways to grow. Either way, this problem or this situation is going to raise my vibration, and that's kind of the concept of Mushin. And I read in my book, Introduction to Zen Buddhism today, and basically it talked about how talking about this subject is very vague, because when we use words to describe how life is, it's very, very non-descriptive compared to the whole thing. So the concept that was brought up, if you hit a gong is a lot different than hitting and that noise that comes after. If you catch my drift, it's very non-descriptive, because like as you go, let's say that you're using a telescope or a microscope, you go in and in indefinitely. The universe is actually, it's actually going in or out of frame from itself, and it can only go deeper or further away from that. It's indefinite. And when we use words, we're actually using definite descriptions of something, thus being non-descriptive. I mean, it's really hard to kind of grasp, but by saying certain things, you're actually taking the meaning away from it. And that's the whole philosophy of like Zen Buddhism, from what I can tell, is like, if you want to ask a philosophical question, they're going to give you something secular. And if you ask something secular, they're going to give you something spiritual. And I think what the idea that they're trying to bring out is that by asking a question, you set up yourself for an answer, yet the answer is set up by the question. And having the frame of reference of both of those is how you step into the mind of a monk. And a monk is seeing that the second you separate, the second you create a polarity, and when you step above that polarity and see it as the polarity, as the entire essence, that's how you can really orientate yourself to having the no mind that I've been speaking of. So I hope you guys could keep along. I know this is very hard to explain. I'm very I'm a novice, you could say, of this. I've only been studying Zen Buddhism for about a year or so, and I just can't wait to continue this and continue growing, and can't wait to see what the future holds. So I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll catch you later. Namaste.